Hi everyone, once again my name is Zach Brazillo. I am one of your core ambassadors for the state of Maine. So before I get on with July's version of the Pulse, I just want to make a few state announcements. So first off, I'd like to really congratulate and welcome 3 new members to our student representatives in Maine. We have Elizabeth Vanal, who goes to Kennebec Valley Community College, and she's part of their PTA program, and she is now our new student representative for the 2016-2017 school year. We also have Hannah Peabody from Husson and from their PT program, and she will also be the student rep for the 2016-2017 school year. And we have a Brooke LaBelle, who is from Husson's PT program, and she will be serving as the Maine State Chapter's student delegate, which is basically a student representative who is working directly with the state chapter. So congratulations, you guys. Good job. Another update is we have the Maine State Chapter Fall Conference coming up. This past spring, it was up in, where was it? It was up in Bangor. So this fall, it's going to be down in Portland at the University of New England's campus. It is Saturday, September 25th to Saturday, September 24th, backwards. For more information, I'm going to have a link down below. And the speaker is Dr. Steve Tepper. He's going to be talking about a lot of the treatments and evaluative techniques for some of the more common medical conditions like COPD, hypertension, stuff like that. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go right into some of the national announcements, and these are the announcements that you can find on the APTA's Pulse website. So, first thing first, in the Pulse there is an update about what the Student Assembly is, what exactly each component is, who the Student Assembly Board of Directors are, what a SIG is. In case you don't know, a SIG is a Student Special Interest Group. Other states have them. We don't at this point in time. And yeah, there's just a lot of updates, a lot of information. If you were looking to get involved or if you want to know more about it, that is available. The next thing is the hashtag ChoosePT campaign. You might have seen me posting some stuff about this on Facebook and on the Facebook group. Basically, this is just the physical therapy campaign that is developing that is trying to push physical therapy and our therapeutic techniques as a better source of wellness for people who are struggling with opioid addiction. You can also find more information about that on www.moveforwardpt.com. All this information I am going to send out to your appropriate student representatives as well as the faculty contacts, and all this information will trickle down to you guys shortly. So, next thing we got going on is the NSC, the National Student Conclave. For those of you who are new to your programs and you may not have heard about this, this is a physical therapy and physical therapy assistance conference that is geared towards student connectedness, student networking. There's a lot of events that require team working and problem solving. So that is going to be this year in October 27th to the 29th. Excuse me. And the night preceding this event, there will actually be a PT Pub Night on October 26th. In case you don't know, this conference is going to be down in Miami, Florida, which is awesome and exciting. Might also be, if you're thinking like me, red flags, it's a little expensive. So registration will be starting within the next couple weeks, and you can find that on the APTA website as well. So if you want to go to this event or go to this conference, sign up early because the prices will be cheaper. And if you're a little bit hesitant, not really knowing if you want to go to the NSC or not, you can go onto the APTA website or wait for the email that I send out to you, and there will be a link for this article called 5 Solid Reasons to Attend. And it's written by a student physical therapist from Concordia University. Her name is Katie Littner, and she is part of the National Student Conclave Planning Committee. Okay. So the next thing we got going on that's on the Pulse is the PT Day of Service. So this is going to be happening on October 15th. And the PT Day of Service is basically where you as a student pledge to do some sort of volunteering activity within your community. You can work as an individual, you can go out in a group with a whole bunch of people, or you can do a giant school-wide thing. So I signed up as a ambassador for this, so I'm going to try to schedule some events that may be going between Presque Isle and Bangor, so maybe we can get the UMPI and the Husson groups together, as well as something between Portland and where KVCC is, so we can get KVCC and UNE together for this event. So if you have any ideas, any burning desires for volunteering, shoot us an email and we'll try to plan events accordingly. Yeah, so other than that, we got the RC 11-16. So some of you may have heard of this, some of you may have not. Before the next conference that happened down in Nashville this past summer, this motion was passed at the House of Delegates. This motion is geared to tackle the student debt epidemic that's happening for PT and PT assistant PTA programs all around the country. So there is going to be some new information that is coming out about that as this motion and as this starts to develop. So there is that step-by-step hows and whys they developed this motion. That's on there, on the Pulse. And one of the other things that is in there is the thing that has recently released. It's called the Rehabilitation Reference Center. It's part of the PT Now website, which PT Now you don't have to sign up for, but if you're an APTA member, you get free access to the PT Now website. And this is a reference center that has apparently been very critical for a lot of new PTs. If you are a new PT, you'll see a hashtag going around called #FreshPT. And yeah, so this is apparently a game changer. It's got it gives you in bullets to 3 points as to why it's a quick, reliable, and up-to-date information data source that you can use on your clinicals and just in your professional career once you graduate. And then the last thing at the bottom of the Pulse, if you're interested, we have a couple shout-outs, Core Ambassador spotlights, and deadlines. So deadlines are more with regards to any type of application that you may be wanting to do. It does talk about how October 1st starts off our Physical Therapy Awareness Month. So October 1st is our PT month. There's also way down the bottom is going to be what's always on this Pulse is the Pulse question and answer, as well as the advice corners, and those are always pretty good to check out. And then there are just some shout outs to, in Nashville, there was a group of PTA students. They dubbed themselves the Shoe Crew, and they collected over 850 pairs of shoes and donated them to local kids in Nashville through the Shoes for Kids organization. And then through the CA Spotlights, CA standing for Core Ambassadors Spotlights, you can see any of the Core Ambassadors that received awards this past year, as well as reading biographies from 2 Core Ambassadors. One is Kaylee Reams, and the other one is Kenneth Felder. So that pretty much does it. That's July's Pulse version. It came out a little bit early, but you should check it out if you'd like to. All right. Bye, everyone. Enjoy your night.